of using on Shabbos in the bathroom. You cannot use the toilet paper. We're going to see why. What's the problem with that? But we are using tissues, or you cut them before the toilet before Shabbos. Okay, but Pashas, why you're not allowed to use toilet paper on Shabbos?
Even if it's cut ahead of time?
No, if it's cut, it's good. But I'm saying that if it's not cut, why are you not allowed to cut it?
Measuring.
Oh, so no, it's not because of measuring. It's because for two possible reasons. A, that might be koireya. That's one of the lama tes malachas. You're not allowed to tear on Shabbos. Okay, we're going to talk about it. And B, that could be also mitzadu that's called makeba patish, when you masaken kli, when you do something that was not usable before, or not you made it usable, you just complete masaken kli. You completed something, meaning before the toilet was not usable till you cut it to your needs. Now you masaken kli. Huh? Korea. Oh, we're going to discuss this too. We're going to discuss this.
There's no issue of measuring Baklal in this?
No, because I hear what you said. That would be even you're going to say he's measuring how much he needs, because it would be lesser of the problems. Because I'll tell you in a minute why. So we see in the Gemara and Maseches Shabbos, the Gemara over there, those days they didn't have toilet paper. They used to use stones. They used to use the time of the Gemara, rocks, stones, yeah, the
smooth ones,
whatever. Okay, they didn't have it. Okay, Baruch Hashem, we're living in a luxurious time, and over there the Gemara goes. It's Daf Pei Aleph, Amud Aleph, Amud Beis. The Gemara discusses over there the issue of compromising some Isurei, the Rabbanon, in order, for example, to carry the stone in Rishus Harabim Arba Amas, if you're allowed to. Now, we're talking about, by the way, not Rishus Harabim, we're talking about Carmelis. In a minute, we're going to say why. Because Carmelis, it's only Drabonon, so do we compromise Isur Drabonon and honor and cover? You should have something to use, Cover the Brias. Very good. Cover the Brias. Oh, so you see from that Gemara, the whole Shaila, it's only cover the Brias. I'm allowed to do Tircha b'Shabbos, to pick up the stones to my roof. That's what they used to use sometimes as a bathroom. To, even though Tircha, the Shabbos, maybe I should have prepared before Shabbos. So here's the Gemara. The Gemara says, Boe mine Rabba bar Rav Shila mi Rav Chizda. Ma'u la'aloisum acharav lagag. So according to Rashi, that would be tircha yesera, too much work for Shabbos. You should have prepared maybe before Shabbos. And according to some other meforshim, it's bringing from the Choyra one domain of Carmelis, l'rshus hayochid maybe, or so the Rav Chizda answered them, Godel kvod abriyas shedoiche es losase shebatoira. Kvod abriyas is so great, you're allowed to push away. Okay, as we're going through this Gemara, it's also especially there's a Gemara in Brachos Yutes Amud Beis discusses this issue Kvod Abriyos. Over there, the conclusion is when you say for Kvod Abriyos, I could compromise Isur Shabatoira, only Isur Drabonon. That's the conclusion. Isur Deraisa you cannot do. For example, you cannot carry Arba Amas B'Shus Harabim Deraisa, or carry the stone from one domain to another. That's Isur Deraisa would be from Rishus Harabim Deraisa to Rishus Hayochid. That you cannot do. Kvod Abriyos allows you to be over any Isur Drabon for Kvod Abriyos. Isur Deraisa you're not allowed to. So now we're coming to the question like this. Obviously, it's better to prepare before Shabbos cutting the toilet paper or having tissues that are already cut. But what happens if somebody forgot? He doesn't have it. He goes to the bathroom. So it's Kvod Abriyos. If it's a Kvod Abriyos, you should be able. When again, definitely you have to be prepared before Shabbat. But you forgot. Oh, it's finished. You're out of tissues. Only thing you have is toilet paper. Could you cut them or not? So I saw somebody, a rabbi, tried to say that because of Kvod Abriyos, he says you should be able to cut the toilet paper now too, because it's not Isur Deraisa. Now, why it would be Isur Deraisa or not? The Koireya, that's what the Alter Rebbe, I mean, many poskim about the Alter Rebbe, that's how he, in Shin Mem, he concludes like this. Look at this. Aval pish chaticha stolush muter lechatchila kshena makpid lechotcha b'mida. I mean, your question might be over there coming over here. If you're not careful exactly to that measurement, and by that you could argue maybe by toilet you don't have to exactly. It could be bigger, smaller. You know. So Mamela, if anything that tolish, anything that disconnected from the ground, it's not attached to the ground, it's not shaykh over there. Talisha chituch and all this. If through that you're making it now a kli, because you could, the definition of kli, finishing something, I could use it now. It's usable, yeah? Chayav mishum tikkun kli. And that's mashma midaraisa, but then here is the Alter Rebbe, what he adds makes it easier for us. All this, when you said tikkun kli, for example, you want to take, the olden days they didn't have toothpick, they took a match and they started sharpening the match, yeah, to use as a toothpick. That, if you do it basakin, if you do it a clean out, something you could use to there's a toothpick, that's isur deraisa. Something if you would take scissors and cut a toilet paper with a kli, that would be isur deraisa. But if you, according to the Alter Rebbe Mashma, if you don't do it basakin, Memele says, V'shelo basakin clearly says potur aval osur. Also the rabbanon. According to this, cutting a toilet paper, it's only isur drabanon. It's not tikkun kli, and we're going to see that's not shaykh over there kare. In parentheses, bring this aval mishum kare and isur. Eleksha kare. According to this again, Al Rebbe, it's not his shita. He concludes many shitas before him. Summarize them. The isur of kareya eleksha kareo mafrid gufim rabim shinis chabru. Kriya shaykh tearing. When there's many different garments got together, you sew them together, now you're tearing them apart. Or many papers got together, or whatever you put together, and you're tearing them apart now. But, or any garment as was sewed together, it wasn't created as a garment. So you put pieces together to make a garment. Now you're cutting them by a paper, it's not shaykh. By a piece of skin of the animal, it's not shaykh. It's one piece. So Kriya over there, it's you potter with the rice and kli over there. So only left problem tikkun kli. You're just cutting now to your needs. It's masakin kli with the hand to do it. It's only midrabanon. Mimel, according to this, comes out. Lechatchila before Shabbos should be prepared. You should have cut the toilet paper before. You should have tissues before. In case you don't have it, for the brios, you would be allowed to do it. They said for the brios doiche l'sasta shabotere drabanon. So that's
on the
drabanon.
lines.
Huh?
On the lines, you're saying.
Yes. Underline, whatever. Yeah, yes. Okay, now.
You're supposed to do it with a shinui?
No, according to this, doesn't say that. Doesn't say. Hold on, we're not done yet. However, it looks like that's according to the other would be a kula again when you let's not lechatchila. It doesn't mean go. Oh, Rabbi Bayev said you could go cut toilet paper on Shabbos. No, only if you b'diavad. You don't have it. Kvod abriyas now. It's not as a poshut because according to the Mishnah Berurah Mashma, first of all, he argues with that shita of the Alter Rebbe Korea to do many bodies together. He brings a raya from the Yerushalmi. It could be even from one like piece of skin or piece of paper. Also shayach over there. However, but it's only with the knife or scissors, not with the hand. So, but even it's more strict than the union of Korea. Then he goes legabe. That's okay. Well, if he's in Korea and near the kama kroim, if you're tearing the paper to few pieces, with kol echad. I mean, he goes barichus. I'm just bringing the conclusion line of his. If he's in Korea and near the kama kroim, with kol echad lishtamash boy, you need every piece. Hu chayav du Korea al manas lasaken. You need it. So it's called Kriya. It's called according to this. Okay, so from the Mishnah Berurah that might be a problem. To do that Kriya, even though you could argue whether he needs to do it with the knife or not. So the Mishnah was, but there's another problem over here. There's another. First of all, when the Kaf HaChaim quotes the Alter Rebbe, he skips the whole in of knife. He said like this. The Kaf HaChaim says, I opened the wrong place. I Bekitzer, he says over there, at Masakin Kli, it's also with the Araisa, and he skips the whole thing with a knife. Maybe he says what the Alter Rebbe meant with the knife, it's only the gabai kisam, the gabai toothpick over there to fix it with the knife, the gabai paper, not. I don't know. So I'm just telling you, he skips the whole thing over the knife. So from him, mashma is machmer. But then the whole thing, there's another big problem over here. It's all the poskim bring. It's based on the Bes Yosef and based on the Tosfos, that this whole heter of kavod abriyas, it really doesn't apply today. Why? That was applicable then. They didn't even have beskisa kavua in many places. They used to go find places to go, but says clearly by the Tosfos over there. That's what all the poskim bring. The Bes Yosef, the Magen Avram, the Alter Rebbe. Hear what he says. If somebody has a besakisa close to his house, today everybody has as many besakisa in the house. He says, Many can say, oh, I prepared and someone else came to that bathroom and took away all the paper. So he says, you cannot compromise the Isur Drabanan from Kvod Abriyos. Why? He says, Mishum Shoyla Lazminam Shom Esmol. If you have a bathroom in your house, you know you're going to use it. Why didn't you pray about the tissues before Shabbos? The whole heter was because even you prepare, somebody might take it away, so you don't know what's going to happen. Over here, it's in your house. You know what's going to happen. Why didn't you pray it before? So Memela, we don't tell you now, oh, Godol Kvod Abriyos, Doiche Isur Drabonon. Do all this Isur Drabon. If it's Drabonon, yeah, even in Naniach, everything is only Drabonon. You cannot use this heter. Memela, since by us we have Beskisa Kavua, comes out Lamaisa. Unless it's an emergency, you were an onus, you came the last minute to home Shabbos and you didn't have time. L'chayra mashma that we use this heter of Kvod Abriyos only in a very extreme way. Otherwise, you have no heter to use that Kvod Abriyos because you had a chance to prepare before Shabbos. We all know we have bathrooms, we have them tissues before Shabbos. If you don't do it, Taina and you, why did you wait to that? It's a shtickle posheya over here. Kvod Abriyos, when you are an onus, you have no choice. It's compromising the dignity of a human being. It's not the cover of.
But it still compromises the dignity.
Why?
What if today, if you go into the bathroom, you don't have the paper, it will compromise. You will not be able to go to shul.
No, you're right, but the meaning, what they allow you, again, you're dealing with here, they allow you something Kvod Abriyos, there's many strings attached to it. It's not the Raisa. And even the Rabbana tell you, only when in a place you couldn't foresee that you came to this.
This is oinus.
No, but no, I'm saying if you know you have a bathroom or in a shul, where are the tissues before Shabbos? That's not that's pshir. That's what they're trying to say. It's based on the Tosfos. The Beis will bring this.
He said it's a pshir.
Yeah.
You cannot do anything.
No, why didn't you do it before Shabbos? You have at home a bathroom. Don't you know you're going to use the bathroom at home? Why didn't you prepare tissues before? So today, you cannot use this head to say, I'm going to cut toilet paper. Again, unless it was a big oilness, then otherwise, that's what he brings of it. And again, we're going to Avram, the Messias of it, the Maisa, we cannot use that Kvod Abriyos when since by us it's nothing a surprise. I did not. I'm going to use this. Huh? Yeah, I read from the Alter Rebbe. Yeah, you should have done it from the day before. Okay. Go ahead.